ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Salamatu Suleiman. Thank you for staying with us and joining us in the studios. We just want to ask a quick one. What's your assessment of the elections in Nigeria, even as the results continue to come in?
Well, you know, ECOWAS' role is just to watch the process. We are not involved in the conduct of the election. We are an neutral umpire that just looks around and says what we see. So ECOWAS has already issued a declaration about 2 days ago, precisely on Sunday, based on results that were given to us from our observers that were deployed all over the country. And as far as those results were concerned, things were going fine, despite a few glitches, a few shortcomings here and there. But generally, the elections were conducted in a very transparent manner. And that is what our head of mission, the former president of Ghana, President Kufuor, has announced based on the observations of our observers. Yeah.
Are you concerned that the results are just still trickling in, as it were, almost 48 hours after the polls?
Well, I don't have any concerns because I am not an electoral officer. Our own observations were based on what our reporters saw on the field, and we rely on the election officials with INEC in this respect. We're sure they are on top of the game.
Okay, the results that have come in so far, are you surprised in any way?
I don't comment on results of elections, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I just talk about the process.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not commenting on. Let's talk more on the process very quickly here. We're trying to look at reports coming in. Professor Oyebode has just reminded us of some of the stories making rounds. Professor Chidi Odinkalo, the human rights boss here in the country, has just given figures of those that were killed in this particular election, and we do hope that the figures won't actually go higher than what we have already. For the ECOWAS mission, coupled with what has transpired in states like Rivers and in Akwa Ibom, even though we understand that most of the observers from the EU didn't go to Nigeria's northeast, what would you be saying in terms of the way and manner the security has been managed for this particular election?
Well, I can comment on the security of the whole nation. We came on a pre-election fact-finding mission, which was also led by President Kufuor, met with all the security apparatus and the INEC, and were confident that the security arrangements put in place were adequate. It's unfortunate that there have been certain developments in some areas, and I believe they will be properly looked into. As I said, the ECOWAS role is to observe and comment on the process itself of election, where elections took place, to see exactly what went on, whether it followed laid down procedure, whether it's international standards or best practices for elections all over the world. And that was what we commented.
Well, one of the most novel ideas introduced in this election is the card reader. In your observation, what did you notice about this innovation?
The card readers had a few glitches in some sections. Observers observed in some certain areas, in some police stations, there were a lot of, there were some problems with readers. But generally, they worked in a lot of polling stations, and elections were able to take place. In some places, there were delays in order to get the readers to work properly. But despite that, so took place. They took place very late in the night, but they were concluded.
Is it something that ECOWAS would recommend, say, for other sister states, and say it's something we think they could put to use?
Well, they could put card readers to use and also improve on the system. What happens is after every process, you look at where there were shortcomings and you try to improve. And as we have done in all other countries, we will give our recommendations to INEC based on what of our observers saw. We will advise all other stakeholders involved on where they could improve. Number card readers and similar apparatus were also used in the Ghanaian elections.
Well, Salamatu Suleiman, ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, we'd like to thank you so very much for speaking with us here on Nigeria 2015.